Hello.
Hello, hello. How's everybody doing?
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Here, everyone. Hi, Kathy, Donna, Sue, so Camille.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hi, June.
Hi, June.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Monica. So, guys, I'm in the hot seat today. So today we're going to be using, actually, if you know, we started a new. Oh my God, I'm like so.
All right, let's say one thing. So, as you can see, it's just me and Han today. Amber, she's playing nurse at home, so she's a caretaker, and so she's not able to join us today. Hopefully, we'll be able to entertain you, and she'll be back next week. And yeah, Han's in the hot seat, and she's was preparing for the last minute there till the last minute, so she's a little bit flustered. Give her breathe, a deep breath.
Deep breath, exactly. So if you guys remember, in the beginning of September, Marlon and I, we launched a new product, toolbox, cookie decorating toolbox, beginner cookie decorating toolbox. So as we are approaching October, I wanted to introduce you the second toolbox that I'm going to use today to decorate the cookies. And let me just show you quickly. So on the left-hand side, you see that that's the first bundle. That's the September one. And on the second one, it's the October. Oh, is this yours? This is yours, isn't it?
It's fine. That you're showing, yeah, what I use.
Yes. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see. Sorry. Okay. There you go. All right. So I wanted to demonstrate that what we are trying to do is for you, when you buy bundle 1, bundle 2, you'll be able to use the tools from the bundle from the first bundle and second bundle and third bundle. It's not going to be just that, oh, I can only use tools from first bundle for the cookie decorating tutorial that we are presenting here today or during our lives. So today I'm going to use actually cutter from the 101 cookie cutter set. It's a built-in set, and I'll be using a large pumpkin along with a letter. This set has the whole alphabet, which is great. And also you can see there are letters, so that's also awesome. It's really hard to find a good alphabet. And this is not a too big set, the alphabet set, I mean. It's not too big. It's a really nice size. So what I ended up doing with this is, let me bring this up. Okay, this is a little too close. So you can see I use this is coincidence, it's H. I have all letters. I have M and A as well. So I use the letter to make an impression before I bake the cookies. So today I'm going to be making, this is a Thanksgiving project that is coming up. I know it's a few months away, but you can use this to maybe inspire you for Halloween as well. And these will be table setting cookies. Okay. Now I wanted to show you quickly also, this is the set that you will receive when you sign up for our subscription in October. You still have, I believe, 3 days to sign up for the September. And in September, you will receive a free cookie cutter, right?
That cake, the wedding cake.
It's a wedding cake cutter, exactly. It's a wedding cake cutter. I also wanted to show you, oh, I have everything in my coffee. In the coffee, I put a supply list with, along with all the cookies that we decorated using these two bundles so far, because we'll be making more. So this is just for inspiration. So you can see you can create a lot of different cookies using just these two bundles. So check out my coffee. There is a PDF.
So
no, it's not cut through. It's just for me to have a clear outline. So when I'm piping, I can just avoid this section and I don't have to do anything after the cookie is baked, you know, like I don't need a template or anything like that. So it works really, really well. And it's a really nice size. Like I said, it's not too big. Okay. So I think that's all I wanted to do. So now I'm going to start. I also wanted to tell you that there are a few templates that I will be using in this tutorial. This is a grid template that I also have listed in a coffee. I think last year you can find it, or you can, this is not too difficult to make. So you can make it yourself, but if you are lazy or don't want to do it, I don't want to call you lazy, but you know, sometimes we are too busy to do these things. So you can check it out in my coffee. Okay. So first I'm going to do white base, and then we'll do plaid with different colors. Also wanted to tell you the bundles come with, each bundle has 2 food colors, right? So in September, we had orange and purple. And in October, that's next month, you're gonna get blue, sky blue, and lemon. So I didn't even realize that brown can be made with so many different colors. So violet and orange will make brown. Also blue and orange will make brown. Yellow and purple will make brown. And if you want to make tan color, you can simply add white and a little bit of yellow to brown, and you can make tan color. So just with these 4 colors. Okay.
Lots of versatility.
Yes. So today I'm using tipless bags. These are also included in the bundles. You can also purchase more tipless bags because these are really handy to have. All right. So let's start. So guys, let us know where you are watching from. I think Marlon has been posting comments.
So Han, is this the sugar cookie recipe on your blog? Is that where they should
This is the recipe that I have on the blog. If you are making anything with indentations like this, I would recommend that you omit baking powder. But this can be done. I also have vegan recipe, gluten-free recipe for cutout cookies. So this design can be done with all of those. This is a large cookie, I have to say. This pumpkin. I'm not sure about the size yet. I haven't. I think it's about 5 inches across. And this bundle that is coming up in October has also our favorite. Well, I don't know about you, but it is one of my favorite tools. The 2-in-1 decorating tool. The one I'm using now. The one that has
stick.
Boo-boo stick, yes. Our bundles, they don't include a cookie mix. However, there is a royal icing mix. You can purchase. Sorry?
I'm just saying hello. I'm popping messages. So here Ryan has a question. What's the weirdest cookie design you have ever done?
Can you go first? I have to focus on this. I'll try.
It's like, can you tap on your head and do the circle?
I think it wasn't much. It wasn't as much as the weird design. It was the occasion that it was. I done cleaning supplies for a memorial service.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yes, somebody's memorial service cleaning.
Yes. Apparently, the lady was obsessed with cleaning. So I did bleach and comb it and all kinds of different sponges and things like that. So I'm using my handy. What have you done? What was your the weirdest?
I just want to focus. So yeah, explain what you're doing there. You're using the lines from behind.
Yes, I'm using the grid to guide me when I'm piping lines across.
Yeah, Jeremy's right. The tentacle critter you made with the butterfly, the cauldron last year, was it the year before? He said that was pretty
Yeah,
weird.
that was also a little weird. Yes. Yes, that was a little weird. I also wanted to tell you, I am using 15-second consistency oil icing. Now, when you're piping icing, this is wet on wet. When you're doing wet on wet lines like this, and you want them to be fine, don't cut your piping tip too big, because what happens is icing, when it sinks in, it also spreads. So if your opening is too big, then your lines are going to be rather bulky.
It is a smart idea. So Debbie's asking the light color. I'm not sure what light color you mean.
The light color, I think it was the tan color that I showed maybe in the beginning. No, with the mixing. So now technically you don't need the grid. You can just toss it if it bothers you. Oops. Things are falling around here, sorry. The light color I created using brown, just a little bit of brown. I do have if you want to check my folder, there is a collage there that shows how the tan color was made using brown. You need just a little bit of brown. You don't want to use too much brown. You actually need more white than you need brown. And then you add a little bit of yellow, and that will give you a really nice tan. And then once you have tan, actually, you can, because I like to use ivory or tan color to mute my colors. So if you want to make muted orange or purple, you can add a little bit of brown to it and it will kind of mute it a little bit. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, green, because we have yellow and blue here, so that will make green. But if you add brown to it, you will be able to get like a forest green, which would be great for holidays as well, like Christmas trees and stuff.
So Donna, the cookies are so flat because she didn't put or very little baking powder or baking
soda. Yeah, I
soda.
also bake them on perforated mats. Now I'm going to take my blue. This is sky blue, really nice blue. And I'm just going to make lines in the middle here.
So Cleo, I'm seeing your message. I don't really understand. How can I make good how are you everything at home to outline? I don't really understand.
Sorry, can you repeat? I don't.
I think she's just gonna have to rewrite. I don't know. There's maybe something missing in the sentence.
Okay.
Yes, that grid is a great idea for sure. She has a smaller one too when she does smaller.
And if you turn it, you can also do it on a diagonal, so you can really play with it. You can, obviously, these grids are fairly simple to make, so you can make them yourself, print them on cardstock, or you can get it in my template shop.
Low baking powder, yes. Underbake, I don't think they're underbaked. I think she just took them out before there was browning that could occur.
These are actually not underbaked. You see, this is the same batch, so I'm just this one is decorated on the bottom. So
yeah, it's just nice.
You mean because they're light in color?
I think also there's a reflection, and she's got a lighting and stuff. It makes them look even whiter.
Oh, you mean like they look so white? Well, this one, it is whiter. Like I usually wait for the edges to be at least little, brown there, but
a little bit, eh?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so this is done. Now I'm going to clean my hands, and I'm going to quickly show you how I like to pipe my sunflowers, because I'm going to be using some sunflowers to decorate these. Before I flood the letter, I have to let it crust for a little bit so it doesn't get all blended together. Okay, so I'm just going to set this aside here. All right, so to make the sunflowers, I have made these in the past during the live, I think, but many of you probably haven't seen that tutorial. So I have a template for sunflower piping template in my coffee shop again. Everything is in a coffee shop.
Well, we've been doing the live for 2 years now, so we've had time to really add a lot of stuff. So here I think it was getting crusted, but it wasn't completely crusted.
It was this. You mean my icing was? If I was to work on it for five more minutes, it would be there. It would be crusting because it's a pretty large cookie, so it takes a bit of time to do all the lines. But if it's crusting too fast, you live in a very dry area. Maybe you could. I have never said this before, but what if you introduced moisture to your area? Like, what if you actually had a humidifier, not dehumidifier, but
Interesting.
humidifier? I never thought of it, but in regards to icing, you can use. You can try and use a little bit of white food coloring, and it does help with delaying of crusting. But if it's going to help you, I don't know. How thick do I roll my cookies? 1/4 inch. So this is the template. I have various sizes, and you can resize it. I believe in the shop I have also JPEG, so you can resize it to the size you need. Now keep in mind, larger the flower you want to pipe, larger the piping. This is a flower nail. Flower nail. You should have a larger flower nail, but these are going to be quite small. So I'm just going to get my yellow icing, and I'm also going to use brown. And I'm using a piping tip from the kit number 1 toolbox. So it shows as turquoise. Okay, it's actually blue, but yes, you could make turquoise. Just add some green to it, and you'll have yourself a really nice.
So, Clau, I don't know if you speak English, but we don't speak Spanish.
Something with the coloring gel, but I'm not sure. All right. So here I actually prefer piping small sunflowers without a piping tip, unless you have a really small leaf tip. So I made my leaf tip by cutting a V shape. Okay.
Looks like a little duck beak.
Yes. And I am using, this is a tip 16, I believe. In a toolbox one, there is a tip 16, right? Star tip. This is a small star tip. You can make small rosettes with it. I'm going to use the brown to make the center of the sunflower, okay? I also have a bunch of, this is parchment. The parchment squares that I cut up.
You can get parchment paper at the grocery store. They sell also wax paper would work. That's usually a pretty easy thing to find.
Yes, indeed. Let me see this. Oops.
Hello, Zuri.
Okay.
Oh, they're asking how to make the color. Hold on then, Han. Let me just pop the image because what you put was visual. So here's how she made her colors, so you can see there.
For this project, I used orange from the toolbox number 1. And then I also used orange and purple violet to make the brown. You can see the brown is very, very dark. And then I'm going to be using green that I was able to mix with sky blue and lemon yellow. Okay. So those are basically the colors I'm using today. For the picture on the right, the turquoise, the base, it's 10 colors. So for that, I should have put the white first because it makes it seem as if you were using more brown. But here it is. Here it is. So here, this is the amount of brown I used, and I added white and just a touch of yellow. You see, the yellow is just on the tip of a toothpick. And I was able to get a 10 color. This is a dark 10, but more white you will add, you lighter 10 you'll get. And that's a color you can, really do so much with.
So here, Cleo again. So Cleo, she has a blog and she has a very detailed post on royal icing, actually. Let me just pop it up on the screen so you can visit her blog. She has the recipes and everything. Hold on, where did I put the link?
I have a lot of different recipes for royal icing on my blog. The most common recipe I use is with meringue powder and fresh lemon juice. I love using lemon juice because not only it cuts the sweetness, it adds such a nice flavor. And what else is it that it does, Mar? Is there anything else? I know many of you are probably tempted to try, the the lemon juice in a bottle. Like the artificial stuff. So I have tested one product that I have posted on my blog. That's the only product that I actually like to use. It's like an Italian, I don't remember the name, but it's listed on the blog. And it was working very, very well. I really, really liked it. But eventually, there's nothing that can, meet my expectation when it comes to real lemon flavor, but the real lemon juice,
Yes.
like it really.
But when I used to do orders, I'd use it's called Real Lemon, and it's made for like to use with when you're making cocktails and drinks. And I mean, if you need to have fast and easy, I thought it was fine. I thought
Yeah, maybe it was also, but was it in a glass bottle? Like mine came in a glass bottle.
No, it was plastic. It was yellow. It's called Real Lemon. It's usually in the area where you make you get the supplies to make cocktails and drinks.
I'm very fussy about my lemons.
Fussy about everything.
I am. I'm growing my own lemons outside.
That's true. She is. She's growing her own lemons.
They're still green, but hopefully by the end of this year, I will be able to show you some lemons.
So, Hani, say your blog name. They want to hear you say it.
My blog name is hanielas.com.
There you go, Rachel.
Okay, repeat after me, hanielas.com. And you can smile while you're doing it.
See how pretty that little flower is? So
now I'm using the star tip. You see the star tip? With this, you want to use thick icing. I'm not using thin icing for this because I want the star shape to stay. Oops. Sometimes that happens also, that it doesn't stick. So if it doesn't stick, yes, I believe I have it. Is the cookie dip the flavoring?
Yes.
I have it. I love it so much that I've had it for 5 years.
Is that sarcasm?
No, I mean you have to really be careful, I think, with the amount you add because it can be overpowering, I find. I do like it in certain things, however, but I don't know if it was 5 years, but I've had it for a long time. Now, I was going to say, if that happens to you, you see what happened to me before where the icing wasn't sticking?
Yeah.
So if that happens, there's no need to panic. I would just suggest that you actually anchor your icing. By anchoring, I mean you touch the surface. Connect, yes. Because when icing is thick, sometimes it's not going to stick. So let me do one more.
So guys, if you're just joining us, the live is saved once we're done, and you can watch the replay, and you can watch episodes from, we've been doing it for 2 years now. We've got a ton of stuff. And if you're looking for fall or Halloween content, there's plenty of that on both of our pages. I mean, now we've been at it for 10 years. There's a lot of stuff there. Not live, but other videos. The little flowers like that she's making are great. If you're just starting out, you can practice royal icing and get like acclimated with the medium. And then if you don't like it, well, it's not as, if you find it's not turning out well, you can discard them less. It's less of a.
These are essentially, if you are new to this craft, royal icing transfers. The flowers that I make transfers, they come in all kinds of shapes and forms. Like look at this is also a transfer. This is for a project for winter. That's a transfer. This is a transfer also.
Well, you tend to work a little bit slower when you're starting out, right? So this gives you.
But it's so relaxing, I have to say, like it is relaxing. And what's great about transfers, you can actually now work on your Christmas transfers.
Yes.
And then maybe if you want to have some cookie decorating party, you could then, have the transfers ready, and your
If you buy them pre-made, they're like $1 a piece.
yes. So here, I'll just quickly show you. I made some earlier today. Now, unfortunately, I mean, I'm so happy that this parchment is working so well, but they are not sticking. So normally you actually have to peel it off. But my parchment that I purchased here. Oh, and I promised someone that I was gonna look up the name, and I forgot. It's coated with, I believe it's food grade silicone. So it's not really, once it dries, it just literally falls off. I don't have to like peel anything off. Like, you see how easy it is? So you just remove these, and you can use them to decorate, your cookies, or if you make these bigger, you can decorate cupcakes and other things, okay? So now we're going to take a little break because we want to share other things with you. So Marlene,
Well, I thought I'd show because I couldn't even believe it when I looked at the calendar today that it's October on Saturday.
yes, like I said, you still have 3 days to order our toolbox number 1, so you guys can enjoy a free cookie cutter. So this is it.
This is it. So this is the piping tip set, which I think maybe I'll put it aside and it'll be the piece de resistance for the end. So there's tipless piping bags in the bundle, and then there's 2 cookie cutters, and the owl and the pumpkin is great for both fall or Halloween, and even like a baby shower. You could do little pumpkin baby shower, woodland baby shower, all kinds of occasions. They're very cute, right? Then there's the 2 colors. And then you can mix them, hand showed before, like the different color combinations. And the point of these bundles is that you're slowly growing your toolbox. And then there's the royal icing mix. If you're starting out and you're not sure, your icing is not turning out, this is more foolproof. And then the flower nail, which comes in very, very handy, as you saw Han was using it to make flowers. And then This is the piping tip set. And so in there you have 6 different piping tips, and you can do almost, so many different leaf tips, the
petal tip,
the basket weave, 2 different size stars, and the round tip. And then in that you have a coupler and a cloth piping bag that you can wash, and it's like sturdy, like Han was doing the stiff icing for the flower. You can use that. So all that, and I had priced it out. Like if you were to buy all this stuff on Amazon, it's actually this particular month, I think it was like at least $20 more if you bought it all separately. So you guys can do your own research even if you want. I mean, I just priced it out. I put it on my shopping cart, and I saw, because this is $45. If you sign up, it's $45 a month, and you get a new bundle every month. We have a year of them that we've put together for you guys, always different stuff.
Yeah, so, and during the lives, that's what we are going to do. We're going to use the toolboxes to create tutorials that can hopefully inspire you. And we will also have individual tutorials listed for those of you who can join the live and have the toolboxes maybe. I also wanted to tell you that I have 2 new cookie decorating kits that I created for the Global Belly shop, for my shop at Global Belly. But these are later in a year, but you can get them now. So this is the Star of David for Hanukkah cookies, and I also created a variation of my Santa. This is a great table setting cookie as well. You can put the name on the bottom, you can write it, and it makes really a lovely table setting cookie. I also have a new tutorial coming. You put me on a spotlight, didn't you? I also have a new tutorial coming for my Patreons. So we will be making a beautiful flower wreath. And if you are not familiar with the Patreon, I'm going to put a link in
Oh, here, let me do it for you, Han.
Check it out. So that's new. And also for this live, I put my jack-o'-lantern decorating template on sale from $6 to $5, so you guys can take advantage of that. And that is in my coffee shop. So if you are looking for different templates for the grid and for the sunflowers, you will be able to find that in the coffee shop there. Okay. This is a really fun template for the Halloween.
And that's it. So thanks, guys, for supporting us. You guys are, make it possible for us to do all this.
And now back to decorating. Now this cookie I decorated in the morning, so this is pretty dry. Now I'll show you the one we did today. So you see this is, it's still, can you tell that it's shiny or no? This is still pretty shiny. This one is a bit flat. So this one is ready.
That little pattern could be on so many different things. It could make a...
Now I will give you, I will make you do a decision for me. So which color should I use?
For the letter?
For the letter.
Let us know, guys. What color do you want to see the letter? She's
going to give you about 1 second.
Yeah.
So, do you want to see the orange in here or blue? Thank you, June.
I'm sure people, oh, here it is. Okay, it's finally coming in. There we go.
Yes, it's funny because we're like, okay, nobody's responding. This is so lame. But then it starts coming in. Okay, so, okay, it's so many. Okay, so how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you think blue is winning?
I think it's blue that's winning.
I think blue is winning.
Yeah.
So let's do the blue. Again, this is 15-second consistency. So I'm not, you don't have to mix a lot of different consistencies.
So what happens if your icing is too runny is that it'll kind of make the letters a bit inset. So it's not going to look bad because you have that perimeter that holds it.
If that happens, I mean, why did we make sunflowers? You can just pop a sunflower.
Yeah, but I mean, if let's say the blue was a little bit too runny, it would just dry a little bit indented, but it wouldn't be ugly.
It wouldn't. No, it would be fine.
Yes. That's, I think, one of the most common things I get is they have trouble getting the consistency correct. Right? You hear that too, I'm sure.
Yes,
when you
the consistency is the main. I mean, every decorator will tell you, I think, the same thing. It's something that once you get that down, your life just becomes, your creative cookie decorating life just becomes a whole lot easier. But believe me, there are days that I'm getting it wrong as well. I'm not looking because I don't use stopwatch now. I just look at it. Oh, it's done. But sometimes you have to go back and actually time it if you are starting out. So I just iced this. Well, it happens because of it's a combination of the size that you're trying to ice, and there's some pressure happening, but mostly it's right, the consistency can really improve the dimples and things like that if you're using thicker icing. I think that there could be a thesis about the
add though, if you're making icing, what is it? It's air essentially, right? You're whipping egg white and you're adding sugar to it. So it's air that's kind of keeping it fluffy and the volume. So if you add a lot of water, well, the air can't stay in there. It just becomes water. And so that's why you're getting a flatter kind of finish when it dries, because the air just is no longer there's no more body left in that icing. Right? So consistency, if you've watered it down too much, the icing just can't. The egg white is gone.
There's nothing to support it.
Yes.
There are ways to prevent it. You can look up, or if you watch our lives, Well, oftentimes it's the excessive use of gel color. And again, like Marlene said, if your icing is too runny, it can also cause some bleeding issues. When you're doing when you adding, for example, black lines on white icing, sometimes it's actually better not to wait for the base to be completely dry. That way, if the white icing is dry and you put black on it, it starts to suck the moisture from black, and then sometimes what happens, there's bleeding occurs. So if you can, maybe just wait until it's somewhat dry.
And another quick problem sometimes can be the brand you're using. I don't know.
Brand can also, yes. Some brands are, more prone to bleeding. Thank you, Sally. I make my own. We in the toolbox bundles there is a royal icing mix, which is great. We both have used it, but because of the volume that I use, I don't know about my volume is it's a great volume of icing, so I think it would be too expensive for me to continuously make it from a mix. So I make my own using meringue powder. I will often get pasteurized egg whites and make royal icing with that as well. So I think it depends on how much time you have, or how confident you feel that you can make your royal icing from scratch. All right, so now I'm just going to pick up some brown. So now I'm going to show you how I like to cut my piping tip.
It is on her blog.
Yes. On my blog, I have a recipe for meringue powder royal icing, for fresh egg whites, royal icing made with fresh egg whites, and also royal icing made with pasteurized egg whites in a carton. Those tend to, the icing made with those, sometimes it can cause bleeding.
Oh, yeah. And she has a ton of cookie recipes, a ton of them.
Yes, a ton. I waited them yesterday.
Candied ginger. Christmas is coming. Make some
ginger. I don't know if I want to show you a gingerbread house that I created using all three bundles that we have planned for you. Is it September, October? Oh no, oh my God, I'm like, we still have 3 months to go.
I mean, it's already, it's just flying though. It seems like the years are going like in dog years. It just goes so fast.
So what's next year? This year it was a year of a tiger, I believe. We did a tiger. So what's next year?
Oh, I don't know. Let's Google that. That's in February, I think, eh?
Yes, in February. So as I was saying, I created a gingerbread house using the bundles.
The rabbit. You love rabbits.
Rabbit, yes. So please tell us would you like to see the gingerbread house? Because I will actually stand up and I will bring it if you want to see it. Yes, it's a rabbit. Oh, so cute.
The best flavor, I'm partial to lemon, and I think Han too.
Yes, I have to say my favorite is lemon. First of all, I always add vanilla to my royal. Okay, always. The vanilla is a must. It's a mother of all the flavors to me, like sweet flavors. So then I add obviously there is lemon juice, vanilla, and almond. Oh, you need to make a ginger. Oh, penguin. Thank you, Karen. That's a great idea. Maybe I'll make him igloo. No. All right. So now let me quickly do the stem. So for the stem, again, I'm going to be using. This is the same tip I used for the sunflowers.
So they're in a coffee shop.
Coffee shop. Yes, these. Donna, I just have to say these are digital downloads. Okay, they are not like a stencil you purchase at at Michael's. It's a digital download, so you need to print it. You could also resize it to fit it your size of a cookie, which is great. You know, it gives it a great versatility, and it's available in my coffee shop. I add real lemon juice, like really real. Like I squeeze it, I microwave it for 30 seconds and everything. I squeeze it and I strain it. It's important to strain it, folks, because if you don't strain it, then I don't want to hear you talking after that and trying to pipe icing, because all the pulp and stuff is going to be in your icing. So now I'm using, this is a star tip again, and I'm just gonna do it here on a piece of paper. Marlene demonstrates this often. So you don't want to pipe like this. You want to kind of tuck that in a little bit. See the difference? Like I'm doing a straight line and then I'm letting it go forward a little bit.
You're hiding the beginning under it.
Yes. Yes.
What was Camille saying here? I saw her post a message. Oh, here she is. Well, thank you, Camille. Hope you're having a good day.
Thank you.
That star tip on the stem makes it look just that little bit more realistic. It's nice touch. Instead, well, it'll still be nice with a round tip, but I find it gives it a little extra something.
Exactly. And if there is a little bit of icing that is, like kind of like, overhanging or something, you can use this end of the tool that is included in the number. I'm like, oh my God. I should exercise my speech before we go live.
Second bundle, I think she's trying to say. Here, let's just show again, Han. Let's pop it on. So the things you use.
In a yellow, I have the tools that I'm using today. I circle, or not circle, but they are, highlighted in bright pink for you guys. So you can see what I used today. So purple and orange was used to create brown. Blue and yellow is I used it to create orange green, and I used the blue in my plaid design, and I used the flower nail, and I just used the boo-boo stick, which is the yellow stick with a little flat like shovel on one end, and the opposite end has a pointy spike. I also use tipless piping bags, and 2 cutters from 101 cookie cutter set from Wilton. So in this bundle that is coming out, guys, you get 101 cookie cutters. So if you're just starting out, that's a great arsenal of cookie cutters to have, especially now with the holidays coming up. But there is such a great variety of cutters there for different occasions. All right, so now the fun part comes. So now we're going to finish up this design by adding some greenery. So here are my little flowers.
What was the size of your grid again? Karen is asking.
Size of my grid. You want to make your own, huh? So the size of the grid is. I should know this by now, but I really don't. Oh, it's sorry, I have it in metric. Is that all right?
Oh, I mean, it's not that hard to
convert. It's actually 2 centimeters, so it's a little under an inch. I do have an inch. Okay, let's see if I can get it off the wall. All right.
You can measure your cutter, like, see like what would fit on the cutter you plan on using.
This is okay. This is 3/4 of an inch. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3/4 of an inch. Okay. All right. So now I'm just going to, before you do this, before you decorate your cookies, you can. I often do this. Just place things on just to see how it would look. Do we want 2 branches or 1 branch? What do you think? 2 flowers, 1 flower.
That looks like a face actually with the
Oh, it does look like a face. I can just, this is like a nose, no?
yes.
See, great things happen. You could use sunflowers to make eyes and make like some scary, weird looking pumpkin. So,
Oh, hold on. Let me look. Where's your picture? You had posted your prototypes. Here they are.
several prototypes, yes. Well, the
So,
thing is, each letter is, it gives you a different space around it. So,
yes.
like M, for example, doesn't give you much space. So I would just use 1. But these will be great table setting cookies for Thanksgiving. What do you guys think? And I hope you will make them.
Well, you
Yeah.
see, she wrote "Give thanks," but you could write anything. You could write "Merry Christmas."
Exactly. Ho ho.
That's a cute cookie too. I've seen a few times for Halloween. Boo. You know, like
Boo.
they
Yes.
bake it together. Cute owl eyes. Yes, you're right. Amy's saying they're cute owl eyes.
Oh, the sunflowers. Yes.
Christina's saying a flower maybe on the letter itself.
Oh. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, see, I'm really gonna make it. So
Yeah, I'm seeing a smile.
I am going to make it like that. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm not. So this is where you can also use this handy tool.
Your boo-boo stick.
Attention, boo boo stick. I'm just gonna place it lower. That's all. Maybe here. It could be on a. That's a
Yes,
really,
that's nice.
yes, I like that. Okay, I'm not loving this. I don't know why I placed it there. I'm just not loving it.
Looks like cheeks.
It's like I can't help you. I mean, what's wrong with the A? Please, I hope you don't have anyone with that letter because usually the A is difficult. I like it here. Should I scratch this?
Yeah, I think so. I vote yes.
Yeah, I go yes as well. But the thing is, yes.
So let's say, guys, you do have a little bit of a cookie incident. I find that if you let the icing dry a little bit, sometimes
Yes.
it will come off a little bit better.
Here it was almost kind of like dryish, so it came off without any kind of,
Residue.
What you can do at this point, you can take a little Q-tip, a clean Q-tip, dampen it very, very, very lightly, and just very gently remove that residue. I'm not gonna do that. This is an exercise, so I'll put it here. I really like the idea of putting it on the letter itself.
That's a cute idea, Angie. Making bags of ghosts, bagaboos. Very cute.
But we do need some greenery, don't you agree?
I do.
Just gonna go around here.
Thanks, Sally. I like it too. I get a day off. Oh, I'm thinking I'm going to go on Friday. If anybody wants to come and hang out on Friday. I've made so many different cookies with that 101 set. I'll show one of them. If you guys make cookies, you can send us the pictures on Instagram or on Facebook. We always get a kick out of your creations. Sally's very prolific. She keeps
Yes.
She made cookies for her dogs. If You have no one to bake for. You have no excuse. You can bake for your dog. I love that leaf tip. Makes the most perfect little leaves.
For this design, I actually do like to use a leaf tip. If you're watching from the beginning, you saw me not using a leaf tip when I was making the sunflowers. But for this, it's really great because it gives you like an extended area that you can like insert in under, and yeah, you can easily get there.
You're able to. Yes, I understand.
Yes, it is. The A letter is from the 101 set.
Where's that picture you had here? Look, this is it.
And it keeps on getting faster. Are you suggesting I'm slow? I'm sorry. No, all jokes aside, I'm sorry. This was 352. You just practice. You just have fun with it. I think the worst thing you want to do is to set a timer for yourself. Okay, please don't do that. Because we are all, you have to judge your progress based on yourself. Don't judge it based on somebody else's. Like I had a class one time, and there was a young girl. She was so good at it. She's never decorated cookies, and then later I learned she really loved doing nail art. So maybe that helped her probably to be able to
be more meticulous.
Yeah. So,
but Nina, if I can say a couple of little tips, the holidays are coming. The royal icing transfers, so you can do a little bit every night, and you dry them, set them aside. It's going to make your decorating the actual day where you're actually got cookies going to go so much faster. And the other thing is, sketch out your design and see, do I need everything that I've got planned on there? Editing your design can be helpful. Sometimes that extra little line doesn't really add that much to the design, but it takes so much longer to do. So edit your design. If you have a lot of cookies to do, sometimes that taking off some of the people who don't decorate wouldn't even notice,
And transfers do make a difference. Like if you make a lot of for example, poinsettia. Now you can make poinsettia. I have an excellent template also in my coffee shop, and it's a different style. It's not with a flower nail. You can actually pipe that on a sheet, and you can make 50 of those or more and just have those ready. And sometimes all you need is really make round cookies, maybe airbrush them or do a pattern like this and put a few of those poinsettias on, and you're done.
Yes, often I hear that too. People have trouble coming up with the designs. There's so many ideas. Sometimes I find that's also a problem, get too many designs. So Nina, your husband, he's not completely wrong. It is difficult to make it worth your while, but maybe don't make 100 colors. Keep your palette more simplified. There's two trains of thought that I've seen.
Or get the husband help.
Yes, I'm sure. Is some people make specific sets and they sell that. They don't do custom. So the thing about custom is you have to prepare templates or whatever for each of your orders. Whereas if you're saying, okay, this is my collection for Halloween, I'm offering 10 dozen of just this type of design. Well, then I think you'll work faster than if you have to make 12 different designs. So that's maybe an option for the holidays, especially. You can kind of have predetermined sets.
Yes, Elizabeth, I completely agree. I mean, I'm there myself because we, especially I think if you go on social media and you are the decorator, I mean, you see all these amazing things people are coming up with, all these creative designs, but you really have to if you want to succeed in the business, I think you have to remember that if it takes you 12 hours to make 12 cookies, you better charge for them. So I think it's important to know your customers. I think that's the main key, to know your customers and how much are they willing to spend. If they are willing to spend, really, like, go for it, and you can, if they are fine with it. But if your customers are on a budget, which probably, a lot of people are, then, just simplify your design so it's worth.
Well, at the end of the day, at Halloween, what is it that people expect to see? Like, why are you making cookies? Are you making cookies for profit or as an artistic outlet? If you're looking to make a profit, well, pumpkins and ghosts are essentially what they want. So you can simplify the designs and crank out, basic stuff and your profit. But if you're doing it for the love of it, then that's a whole other conversation.
It's a different story, exactly. Yeah. And I think we often forget that people that your customers, oftentimes, I don't want to, they maybe are not as creative as you are, so they don't even, like, if you give them 2 designs, they will be, oh my God, this is so amazing, and you don't have, like, in your head you think you have to present yourself with 12 different designs, but you really don't. You really don't, because they will be impressed with, one design if you give them,
Yeah, the thing is, the people who complain about the prices but want, they want the top thing and then they complain about the prices. It's just send them to Walmart. I mean, there's just no pleasing of these people because they don't grasp what's actually happening when you're doing custom anything. It's very time consuming.
We are 1 minute from 2. I don't see any request to see the gingerbread house I made, so I'm not gonna show it.
That's harsh.
Yes, send them back. Okay, I'm gonna quickly grab it, but we are running out of time. Okay, and this is the house that you will be able to create with the bundles. Okay, so let me just get it.
So actually, the house is a kit. Like, you get the actual, like, baked cookies. They're packed flat, and then you decorate it. So you're not actually making cookies. So if you don't like to bake, this might be the perfect thing for you.
However, I also have a template for the classic gingerbread house. I'm gonna show you 2 because I'm afraid to lift it up. I didn't take the pictures yet, so I don't wanna mess it up.
I'm putting you up. Are you putting?
Let me move this out of the way so I don't.
Are you using this?
Yes, I'm not gonna lift it up. No, I'm just. Oh. No.
Okay, go.
So I made 2. If you remember last week, I was asking you. There's nothing on the back here, but yes. Okay, I'm gonna put it down because I'm not afraid. All right. Last week, I think I showed you the roof panel. So I used the roof panels on the red one.
Very nice. Very, very festive. I'm moving in.
Okay.
They're loving it.
You have to, there was a movie with Matt Damon. I think, was it Downsize or something like that?
Oh yes, that was yes.
You have to.
That was actually a cute movie. I thought it was cute. The concept of it was very cute.
You have to, get smaller, like about this small.
Yes.
It can put you in a pocket.
The only problem is then, like, the bugs become predators.
Oh yeah. Well, I put lots of spices in these.
No. I mean, if we were this small.
That's no. Yes. Oh no. Oh, yeah. Imagine getting attacked by a spider.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up. We're talking Halloween stuff now. Thank you so much for making time and joining us today, guys. Marlene, I believe it's going to be live on Friday.
Yeah, I'm going to show some more projects from the bundle because it's last date to order. September's bundle is the September 30th, but you can order it if you decide you want it. You can order it alone. You'll have to, outside of the subscription, order it separately because they ship out like one kind every month, right? Here, let's just show them here quickly. You have them all up. So these are the 12.
Yes, 12 months of awesome cookie decorating bundles that
all
come with different tools. You get 25 colors, guys. 25 bottles of colors and over, I believe, 124 different cookie cutters. That the possibilities are endless with these.
Yes. So many design possibilities. So thanks everybody for joining us. I'll see you Friday, and we'll see you again on Tuesday.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.